Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name, as always, is Bloodstained Wings, and you can call me B-Dubs or BSW. And today, I would like to expose you to some Canadian art. And I know what you're thinking. Don't you always expose us to Canadian art? Well, technically, yes, but I have been, throughout my entire life, heavily influenced by a lot of Canadian artists. And recently, during the Pride event, which was a few months ago, by the time you're watching this, I went and saw some art, and I thought, maybe I could finally feel confident enough to try some more traditionally Canadian art myself. A lot of Canadian artists do a kind of color blocking that are in very organic shapes. If editing B-Dubs feels like it, she may put on the side of this over here some Group of 7 paintings. These heavily influenced all of Canadian art. There's 7 very famous artists within the bunch. I will try to make sure they all have credit, but they are all Group of 7 artists. Thank you, editing B-Dubs. Anywho, for mine, I did do this in gouache, but there is some marker over top, including some green marker, some white ink marker, and then some black marker as well. It's kind of showing like a sunset in a Canadian landscape, beachy kind of area. It's very reminiscent of the Great Lakes. Honestly, this is Great Lakes inspired. I've been to the Great Lakes a lot, particularly Lake Huron a lot. And I did it gouache first, and then I did the line work afterwards. Most of the line work I actually did off YouTube, off video, because I didn't know how it was going to turn out, and I wasn't sure if I was going to garbage this entire video. And then I ended up really liking how it turned out, and so now I have others that I'm going to do as well in this style. If you would like to explore more Canadian art, please feel free to do so. There is lots and lots and lots of Canadian artists, not just myself, but currently active, dead, the variety. It spans the distance. So if you would like, there's also some really, really great coastal artists that do Eastern Canadian art and Western Canadian art, which is completely different from the Great Lakes region, which is where I am, and a lot of the Group of 7 paintings are focused, is in the Great Lakes region. So if you would like to explore some of the others, please, please, please feel free to do so. I will leave links to the Group of 7 art as best I can in the description below. And without further ado, here is me painting this painting. Thank you, intro B-Dubs, for that lovely entrance. That was really great. Loved that. I really hope this painting turns out because I am putting a lot of effort into it. At least I hope I'm going to. We're gonna start with a sweet yellow, hopefully. And I'm just gonna paint it in. There we go. I'm sure that in the intro I discussed how I was looking at a bunch of Canadian artists and felt inspired and wanted to add some Canadian art, inspiration to my repertoire. And so I looked at a lot of Group of 7 paintings, a lot of other Canadian artists outside of the Group of 7 who are more modern, and just tried to in general expand my mind. And then I also looked at a bunch of more Art Nouveau references, because of course I still love Art Nouveau, and I still want Art Nouveau to be a thing that I expose myself to on a regular basis. So I tried to combine those two things. I like to do that a lot, combining very, very different art styles from each other and then combining them together to hopefully make something new and exciting. That is always the aim, so that it's always like unique and creative and whatnot. Just doesn't always end up being that way. We try, and that is the idea here, is that we're trying. We try. Cool, so I like that so far. We need more yellow in the foreground, and we're gonna have a different kind of color for the rest of the water. It's gonna be like a little bit more green, because I'm crazy. And I feel like having a weird like green kind of, just I have a tiny palette for reference that I'm mixing things on the side here. I should probably do like, I should probably cut out all of the mixing, because it's probably not interesting hearing me just mixing colors on the side, but we do what we do. Hopefully you can see that it is slightly more green than the other color. Big lavender blob. I am gonna go back in with some black afterwards to like clean up all the lines. And I will show you guys at the end what that looks like. But like these spots through the rock here, I'm gonna fill that in with black. And like the stems on these guys. What I'll do, because I have to wait for the whole painting to like fully dry, especially in the rock areas where I just applied like a lot of color. But for this area here, which is already dry because it's been a while, you can see what I'm gonna do. Do that. I forgot that that one did a cool thing. Shit, fudged up. Where was the cool thing on this one? This one over here did that. There we go. And I'll just do another one over here. I'll just do it. Just aggressively freehand it. Huzzah! I had a lot of fun with those crazy shapes. On this in particular, I thought they were like a lot of fun and they looked funky. Yeah, so those look really, really dark. But that's okay because I'm gonna essentially do the same thing on these rocks here. so that they have more definition to their existence. But like some of this is still wet and I can like feel that it's still wet. So I'm gonna stop, but that's the idea, is that I'm gonna do that on all the places that are rocks. But I'm gonna leave the sky the way the sky is and the water the way the water is. I might see about using a white pen to highlight particularly through here. And if I did, you will see that right now. Look at that beautiful painting. That's my reveal. Isn't that great? So I'm laughing because I don't see anything right now. It's just the ending screen for me. But thank you so much. This ended up being an hour long. Okay, so I probably will end up skipping through most of it, but that's okay. Thank you so much for joining this. I hope you really enjoyed this painting. I might just speed up the middle section of this painting and leave the end. And if I did, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it was less than an hour long for you. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Please remember that you are loved, you deserve to be loved, and I will see you next month.